Howdy, folks. This is Trader Big T with your trading lesson of today. I wrote a question and answered my own question on a website about why trading is so hard. Well, really, it's not always that hard. It's just that a lot of times a trader makes the situation hard for himself or herself. What do I mean by that? Well, sometimes a trader will enter a position without valid Q signals. This is one of the most common types of errors. Just the other day, a stock, WAMUQ, one of the Qs, the distressed stocks, really kind of dangerous stocks to play, but a lot of day traders seem to like them, was very massively oversold, many down days. Now, since you have a lot of people playing these very speculatively, it doesn't always matter what the fundamentals say. You can get a play out of these if you are a little bit daring. But you still want to have some sort of proper Q signal that things are changing, that the momentum is shifting. Now, just last night, I targeted WAMUQ, WAMUQ, and I said, still selling off and still a target for a stuck on silly bounce long and a momentum scalp. Do not play this unless you see it being aggressively bought or spiked. Once you do, don't be greedy and hold too long. Okay, one of the traders in the chat room that I frequent the other day bought the stock, and there was really no buy signal for that stock when they bought it. A similar thing happened today, at least through much of the day. You can see where my arrow is pointing. This is 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time, New York City, and you can see that the stock just immediately on the very first 5-minute candle, 5-minute chart with an exponential 8 EMA applied, fell from the very beginning. So the stock started selling off from the very beginning. You did not get a buy signal here. Now you actually got a little bit of a bounce that you might have been able to scalp, but this sell-off was pretty vicious, so it kind of told you we were in for yet another down day. And it did fall down. As you can see, follow where my arrow is going. This stock just sold off and just gradually faded for a number of hours until like 1 o'clock. And then things started to turn around. But you never really had a buy signal, so you shouldn't have entered the play to begin with. And if you were still holding it from the other day, that's even worse, because you're not cutting your losses when the market proved you wrong. You don't try to predict the future. You respond to the price action, and you do what the market is doing, what it's telling you, and react dynamically. Trade what you see, not what you expect to see or want to see. Okay, so the stock then staged a magnificent recovery. You can see this here, and especially late. When we got in the last half an hour or so, something incredible happened, something very important to trading. The stock, it opens here over at the 15-cent level, which we had hoped would be support when we looked at the daily chart of it. But unfortunately, that's not what happened. And we know that it fell from there, and it went all the way down, like into the 12 cents or somewhere around there. But the stock zoomed past its open, and it then went what we might call red to green. It went up north, and it got beyond its opening price. And that's a pretty bullish signal, and the stock zoomed from there. And I hesitated to recommend it, so I did not, because I thought the stock was pretty tricky on the day, and I didn't trust it. But you could say that this would be a bullish signal, a long signal. So right here, at least you had something to go on. And of course, it did finish out very strong. You can see the volume increased in these 5-minute sticks here, all the way up until the close, and finished very strong, and got up, pushing 20 cents almost like. So you can see right there, you at least had something to go on if you were trying to make the play long. So think about that. Don't enter a stock unless you have some sort of valid Q. Okay, we'll see you next time, folks. So meet you in the trenches as you learn to trade with Big T.